Good morning, good afternoon, and or evening. Welcome back to the den. Today we got another Marvel Rivals video for you, and today we're going to be playing with the heir of American justice, the heir of American freedom, the true representation of American democracy, liberty, and justice for all throughout all of the lands. That's right, today this Dirty Casual is playing with Captain America in Marvel Rivals, and well, I never thought I would be playing with Captain America. I had actually kind of had an intention of making him the very last hero I played with, but Cap was voted on by a member of the community, and we actually had multiple votes for multiple different heroes in the community for the next Dirty Casuals video, so we did a little wheel spin on Friday night, and we got Cap. So, my boy Blue, this one is for you. And we're going to be playing with Cap. Now, I've already perused his abilities, but we do need to get in here and look at them together. Now, Cap's kit doesn't seem very complicated right out the gate. It actually seems pretty straightforward. We have, at first, we have the Sentinel Strike up here, right? Basically just a main attack. Now, you will notice an ammo counter down here, and this confused me at first because it doesn't seem to be counting up or down. So what you have to do is once this restarts, you have to pay attention to right here. You're going to see a little chevron pop up. And on the second one, it turns blue. Just like it says here, landing the second hit, and there's a shield throw that can ricochet 4 times. So once he hits that second hit, you'll notice that icon turn blue, and you're good for your shield to start ricocheting as you're beating people up in the face, right? Now, those ricochets, it does jump around, as you'll notice, and that's because it's hitting multiple enemies. So that's where that counter is coming from. His next thing is going to be Living Legend, his basic block attack. Right click on mouse. You will notice that once he is blocking, he has this little aura come up around his shield. Right? So the aura comes up, you know he's blocking. But we have Liberty Rush here, where he raises his shield and charges forward. So even though we don't see this Punisher shooting back at Cap, something I'm curious about, even though we don't see the little aura come up around his shield, is when he's dashing and raising his shield, will the shield still block? Not something I'm going to be particularly trying to focus on and figure out in the fight, you know, but it is a question I have. So if you know, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Now the next thing we got is very simple. Left shift. Cap can actually sprint. I can press the left shift right out the spawn and not have to worry about using an ability because, oh crap, I'm so used to left shift sprinting. Now it sprints, I should be at home. Then we've got the Vibranium Energy Saw. This is his ranged attack. Throws out a shield and it ricochets. Now when it comes back, it does put it on a 7-second cooldown, but you'll notice the shield is actually back in his hand for about a second before the timer pops up. So I'm thinking it might be an 8-second cooldown, right? And we just see it when it ticks down to 7. So, range is not going to be something that you're really going to be leaning on heavily with Cap. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be like a good finisher or a way to basically start off your damage before you say do like a leading dash with a jump slam from the Super Soldier Slam. Anytime you're in the air, you can use it off a leading dash. You can get off a high ground and do it. It seems like it's going to be something to throw in as a preamble to a Liberty Rush or a Super Soldier Slam. Or if you're about to have to bail out and you've got it back, throw it out, try to get a quick finish, and then use Liberty Rush or Leading Dash to get out. His block, speaking in terms of getting in and out, his block does seem like it's not really meant to block all that much damage. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like try to block a bunch of damage at the front of my team. I'm going to be using this to try to defend myself as I get out to a better position or for a second or two, so I can use my Liberty Dash or my Liberty Rush or Leading Dash to get away, right? That seems like it's what it's mainly going to be for. Again, the kit's not terribly complicated, right? You got a jump slam, you got a block, you got a dash attack, you got a ranged attack with the ricochet, you can sprint and jump, you've got your ultimate, which is like all of that combined, because you're just leaving out that true blue patrioticness, allowing everybody else to do better around you. Now, one thing I don't see in the animation about his ultimate is that using Living Legend and Leading Dash while this ability is active can launch up enemies. Well, Living Legend is the block, so I'm guessing if the projectiles hit them. Like if I block and the projectile ricochets and hits them, I'm guessing that specifically is what launches up enemies. But when we get to the leading dash, what specifically about this is going to launch up enemies? Now, if you were to say Super Soldier Slam can launch up even more enemies, that would make more sense because it already launches up enemies. But what, do I just like sprint into them, through them, past them, and that can launch them up in the air? I don't know. Kind of confused about that. But all that aside, as a dirty casual going into my first game here, the thing that I am concerned about most is jumping in, diving into the enemy team correctly, because it seems like my launch up ability is going to be something that I'm going to want to be taking advantage of regularly. It seems that there was no real cooldown on the sprint, so maybe I can just kind of constantly sprint, jump up, and slam down. I'm not sure if that's something I'm supposed to be using a whole lot. It seems like it could really help out. Say like I do a sprint jump to get up onto a vantage point for even more height. I jump up into the air, I slam down into the enemy, throw out my shield to ricochet, and then just start going ham, you know, punch them and let my base attack ricochets bounce around and hit them. Use Liberty Dash to try to finish somebody off, or if somebody's trying to run away, use it to close distance. I'm not sure how effective Liberty Dash will be at getting, or I'm not sure how good Liberty Rush will be at getting out of situations. It seems like it might be able to give me like a little dash and I can get behind cover, save myself, but not something that's really going to accomplish getting me out of danger, right? It seems like Liberty Rush and blocking is going to be my main two avenues for doing that. But seeing as how I have never played a game with Captain America before, and we don't know how this is going to go, will this dirty casual do any kind of good with Captain America? Will he represent his home nation with pride and dignity as he uses his nation's hero here in Marvel Rivals? Well, if OBS was working, let's find out. All right.
Pick your hero.
Now we're coming in here. I gotta grab Cap. Okay, we got Thor, so we got a team up. All right, Cap. I'm gonna try to use you and not misrepresent my home nation, you know, because it's the Cold War era and the Olympics are that important. That's right, Marvel Rivals is the Olympics. Anyways, so let's get into this. Again, I'm most worried about using my position, diving into the enemy wrong, getting killed without doing very much effect. That's what I'm most worried about here. That is what I'm most worried about. Okay, we do need to use some sprays.
The battle starts in 5.
Oh yeah, let's emote.
3, 2, 1.
That's right.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Okay. So where's everybody else going here? Where's everybody else going?
I'll keep standing up.
Let's go. We're going with Thor. Okay, I do like the little movement. I do like that. Dash. There we go. Yes. We're gonna stay on her. We're gonna get greedy. Now let's get out. Let's get out. Yes. Thank you. Okay, we gotta try to time that because he's gonna use the haymaker just like me, and I wasn't paying attention and I let him take me out. Wait. Oh, I got hit by something else. But yes, I was not blocking correctly, and he doubled the tanks. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, I'm 1 for 1. This is not gonna go well. Okay, Thor, where are we going? Healers going up top. Tanks going down below. Let's not run in through their visible line of sight, shall we?
Enemy ahead. Prepare
to engage. Okay, I didn't activate my team up. I thought that was just a passive.
Feel the wrath.
Okay.
Stay down.
He is taking us out really quick. I was trying to block whenever his attack was going to be coming, but I guess we were getting hit with other stuff. I don't know.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Justice! Like lightning will live on catch. I will make sure of it. Sorry, soldier.
I should have Liberty dashed after Spidey there. Okay, so Spidey might be coming in on our back line here. Okay, so I am not blocking with good timing. Okay, let's go running in. Crap. I tried to jump out of Jess' ult, but it didn't work. This is really terrible gameplay. Wow, they are just absolutely owning us. Okay, we're not going down below. We're going up top. We're going to see if we can't dive around.
I never stay down.
We're not going to get in there in time.
Your powers are mine!
Nope. Alright. So, we are really going to be depending heavily on our healers. I thought Thor and myself kind of trading off damage, me blocking with the thing would have done a bit better, but their healers and DPSers, I guess, were just way more on top of things. We got a Star-Lord
Thor,
and a
we're
Bucky.
gonna need a little Asgardian muscle.
A little. I brought a lot.
Yes, you did.
All
I mean,
right,
look
if
at you.
anyone needs me, I'll be in my iceberg. That was a joke. I can joke too, you know.
No, you can't. No, you can't, Cap.
Starts in 5,
You can't.
4,
But I did like the iceberg thing. Kind of reminiscent of the Fortress of Solitude, even though you wouldn't be the analog for Superman.
mission area. Got it?
Alright, we gotta get back in here. Alright. So it wasn't my positioning, it was my survivability. Blocking did not work quite like I thought it was going to.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Okay, I cannot get up to her.
The mission area is yours.
Dang it. Almost got up to her. You know, you guys are gonna have to do something. Like, I cannot get to her. Just letting her sit up there. Okay. Okay.
The light force is getting stronger.
Yep. There they are. They're kind of hanging out, and... They're up. Yo! Ah, I was still in the Onk range, wasn't I? I was still in the Onk range. Hey, we got a punky Spider-Man.
I mean, news. I hope there's only
All
two.
right.
Does it do that every time he swings? That'd be cool. Okay. 2 and 4. Not the best cat gameplay.
Stay away from that on you. Starts to help.
I guess I was just getting bombed by... Oh, I was getting bombed by Jeff and Hawkeye. Like, I feel like every other tank... Like, he doesn't have that much less health than the average other tank. In the ability screen, it showed him to have 650. Which is, like, strange in Hulk... Well, Hulk's 800. That's, like, strange in Magneto levels.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I got body blocked. I couldn't get to the bubble. Alright. Fine cap gameplay we got here. Really represent my boy Blue really well. I just, like, I literally just can't survive. Like, I feel like I can't even get in there to try to even do much damage or hit or try to block or anything. It's like the moment I even poke my head out, I'm immediately dead. Come on. I don't have any range. Somebody shoot her. Dang. I need to be focused on the thing anyway. Ugh. Did somebody take care of Storm finally? Thank you. Okay. Let's move up here, shall we?
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
I never miss.
Watch out. An elf.
Go ahead and take Hawkeye out there.
Dagger.
Stand down.
Okay, let's get out.
I can take it.
Us against the world.
Let's get some health.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were just gonna die if we hung out in there.
You still got a chance.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't even go positive.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
I did break even. I broke even, Blue. I broke even. Man. Like, in the ability screen, Cap had 650 health, right? When I was running around in there, I had 675 health. I felt like Banner took more of a hit than that. It must have been the enemy team. I'm going to throw out some thumbs up because everybody else had to deal with me on my first Cap game ever, right? Broke even, 4 final hits, 2 assists. 6 and 6 though. Glitch Master's the only person that went positive on the team. Looks like everybody else broke even or went negative. But let's look at the highlights. Alright, our boy in blue is gonna go dashing in. There's no Avengers here, Cap. Otherwise, it might have done something a bit more. I got in out of the ult behind the enemy line, so I did a good job avoiding Jeff's ult there. Was able to get a kill on a support. Was able to damage Storm. After that, we turned around. And it was at this point in the recording process that OBS decided that my audio input device needed to be disconnected. So this is going to be a little different than usual, so I do apologize about that, Blue. But what I initially said about my first game as a dirty casual as Captain America is that I didn't use my routes and flanks well enough. I did dive in from the front end, even though I kind of had the thought that he's not really someone that's meant to like put up a giant wall, a giant shield like Doctor Strange or Magneto is, to really push forward with blocking capability to create a hole for my team. I should have been using my flanks and my routes better, using my ability to jump up in the air and slam down into the enemy and then start waylaying on them. I should have used that to more effect. I didn't create enough chaos within the midst of the enemy group by diving into the team correctly. I tried to take on their tank right out the gate. That didn't really work out for me. I got tied up a couple of times trying to use my lack of ranged capabilities to go after someone in the air. These created opportunities for the team to take advantage of, well, my inattentiveness and my ability to absorb damage as Cap, however limited that may be in comparison to some other tanks, to great effect. I should have dove into the back line. I should have gone after their supports. I should have used my greater mobility. Well, because I'm a tank with greater mobility, I should have used that to more of my advantage, and I should have used that to absorb more hits as I was trying to get out. I hung in the fights too long. It just really wasn't the most effective Cap gameplay, and I learned a lot from it as a dirty casual. Mostly about Cap's lack of survivability if the DPS targets him. There was a couple of times I got taken out real quick. I was getting bombed by Hawkeye and Jeff from the back line. I was getting hit by their DPSers. They were really focusing on me, and I wasn't using my mobility to its greatest effect. I was getting tied up into fights really quickly. I did use my mobility to escape fights and survive better in the second round towards the end of it, but that wasn't to much effect. So, as a dirty casual, what I really need to focus on is using my flanking routes. I really need to focus on being able to dive into their backline, create chaos, and absorb hits as a tank, use my greater mobility to reposition myself to get out of those fights, and, well, support more of the front line instead of trying to necessarily be the tip of the spear, as it were. If I was a Strange or a Magneto, that'd be better just to push straight up into the midst of the enemy team. But Cap's not really that kind of a tank. I learned that the hard way. So I do have a little bit more retrospectiveness for this review section of my first game as a dirty casual, because I have gotten to view the gameplay before putting out my final thoughts. But I still want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. How should I have been playing Cap better? Should I have been using flanking routes and diving into the back line to create chaos and then working towards my team? Was I thinking too much like a tank and depending upon my extra health to absorb damage more than I should have been? Was I not being mobile enough? Do let me know in those comments down below. Now, Angel has been leaving some rather big comments, so Blue, I'm going to be depending upon more than just a few lines from you. Do let me know how I can do that better, because I need to redeem myself this coming Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the next Friday Night Rivals, where, well, usually I work on challenges, proficiencies, play with various heroes, jumping in and out of quick play, play various game modes. The subscriber base has grown. We're up to 17 subscribers, so keep on subscribing, folks. Hopefully we can get a community game night going for Friday Night Rivals, and I'll be continuing those streams at least until I've played with every single Marvel Rivals hero. But if that's not your speed, I also do survival games on a stream on Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Currently going through Subnautica. I like to play through it once every year. It's a really great solo survival game. One of the best crafted solo survival games out there, without, an insane amount of stuff to have to keep track of. But either way, do hit the like button, share the gameplay around, and of course subscribe for more, mainly those reviews. Let's get a community game night going, guys. Most importantly, though, have a wonderful rest of your day.